friends, happy Wednesday. Coming to you today with a very, very different version of Watch Out Wednesday. So I'm going to ask for your help and share a little fun with you today too. So this morning I got an email from our company, from Beauty Counter, and we have an exciting partnership that we're announcing. And it's probably not what you'd expect. It's a fundraising partnership with Save the Children through the initiative Save with Stories. So if you haven't seen this, I did not know about this until I got the email this morning, and I have dug into it, and I'm so excited to share this with you. So Save with Stories is a program that was developed by Jennifer Garner and Amy Adams. Jennifer is a trustee with Save the Children, which basically provides funds for kids for meals and supplies and things. And especially in this time when kids are out of school, this is much needed. They also partner with No Kid Hungry. So the fundraising that happens through this initiative is going to those two organizations. And what it is, if you follow the Instagram, it's just basically celebrities and people like you and me reading children's stories. So you can tune in with your family and your friends and your kids and whoever to check it out and hear a story, and I'd encourage you to do the same. I've included the link in the post for fundraising, so we'll talk about a few action items that you can do to kind of help, but for right now, let's just sit back and enjoy the story. So as a educator and a former elementary teacher, and I've worked in education for 25 plus years, this is it speaks to my heart. And the book that I chose today is one of my all-time favorites. It's one of my favorite authors. It was a book that I read to my kids multiple times every year when I taught third grade. And it's called Everybody Needs a Rock. It's by Byrd, Baylor, and the illustrations are by Peter Parnell. And if you haven't, it's not like a super mainstream children's author, but I just love her work, and it really has a lot of that Southwest flair to it, which spoke to me at the time. I used to teach a unit on rocks and minerals, which was really important. And then I love this book inspired me to the point where every time I go on a vacation, I make sure I find a rock when I'm there. So it's just so magical to me. It's very poetic, and I hope you enjoy it. So here we go. Everybody Needs a Rock. Everybody needs a rock. I'm sorry for kids who don't have a rock for a friend. I'm sorry for kids who only have tricycles, bicycles, horses, elephants, 3-room playhouses, fire engines, wind-up dragons, and things like that, if they don't have a rock for a friend. That's why I'm giving them my very own 10 rules for finding a rock. Not just any rock, I mean a special rock that you find yourself and keep as long as you can, maybe forever. This is so awesome. I haven't read a kid's book out loud in a few years. Mine are teenagers now. We're going to have to read tonight. If somebody says, "What's so special about that rock?" don't even tell them. I don't. Nobody is supposed to know what's special about another person's rock. All right, here are the rules. Rule number 1, if you can go to a mountain made out of nothing but 100 million small, shiny, beautiful, roundish rocks, but if you can't, any place will do, even an alley or even a sandy road. Rule number 2. When you're looking at rocks, don't let mothers or fathers or sisters or brothers or even best friends talk to you. You should choose a rock when everything is quiet. Don't let dogs bark at you or bees buzz at you. But if they do, don't worry. The worst thing you can do is go rock hunting when you're worried. I feel this is speaking very much to the time right now, right? Everybody needs a rock. Rule number 3. Bend over, more, even more. You may have to go sit on the ground with your head almost touching the earth. You have to look a rock right in the eye. Otherwise, don't blame me if you can't find a good one. That's one of my favorite illustrations. Rule number 4, don't get a rock that is too big. You'll always be sorry. It won't fit in your hand right, and it won't fit in your pocket. A rock as big as an apple is too big. A rock as big as a horse is much too big. Rule number 5, don't choose a rock that is too small. It will only be easy to lose, or a mouse might eat it, thinking that it is a seed. Believe me, that happened to a boy in the state of Arizona. Just even, you can see in the pages, even like it's written in a poetic form. Just love it. Rule number 6, the size must be perfect. It has to be easy in your hand when you close your fingers over it. It has to feel jumpy in your pocket when you run. Some people touch a rock 1,000 times a day. There aren't many things that feel as good as a rock, if the rock is perfect. Rule number 7, look for the perfect color. That could be a sort of pinkish gray with bits of silvery shine in it. Some rocks that look brown are really other colors, but you will only see them when you squint and when the sun is right. Another way to see colors is to dip your rock in a clear mountain stream if one is passing by. Rule number 8, the shape of the rock is up to you. There's a girl in Alaska who only likes flat rocks. Don't ask me why, I like them lumpy. The thing to remember about shapes is this: any rock looks good with 100 other rocks around it on a hill. But if your rock is going to be special, it should look good by itself in the bathtub. You see the picture of the rock in the bathtub? Rule number 9, always sniff a rock. Rocks have their own smells. Some kids can tell by sniffing whether a rock came from the middle of the earth or from an ocean or from a mountain where wind and sun touched it every day for 1,000,000 years. You'll find out that grown-ups can't tell these things. Too bad for them. They just can't smell as well as kids can. Rule number 10, don't ask anybody to help you choose. I've seen a lizard pick one rock out of a desert full of rocks and go sit there alone. I've seen a snail pass up 20 rocks and spend all day getting to the one it wanted. You have to make up your own mind. You'll know. All right. That's 10 rules. If you think of any more, write them down yourself. I'm going out to play a game that takes just me and one rock to play. I happen to have a rock here in my hand. So I hope you love this book. I hope it's one that you hadn't heard of before. I think many people, when I share it with them, don't. I've given this book as a gift to so many people so many times, just when they needed it, when they found like they just needed hope or needed trouble or just needed someone or something to connect to. So this is why this book is so special to me, and I hope it will be the same for you. Okay, so your action now. First of all, go follow Share with Stories. There's a Instagram handle that you can go follow, and it has amazing, there's multiple on there already of celebrities reading new books. So you can share that with as a family, you can sit down and watch those videos and interact that way. Also follow Save the Children. That's the organization that this all has sprouted from. Post a video or photo of you and your family either enjoying mine or one of the celebrities, or better yet, do a photo or a video of you guys doing it. It doesn't have to even be a video if you don't want to do a video, but a photo of you reading one of your favorite stories. Post that on Instagram, Facebook, all your social media. If you're able to, check out the link above and make a donation. Beauty Counter is going to match donations through April first up to $25,000, which is pretty amazing. So let's try to hit that and get over $50,000 raised. And then don't forget to use the hashtag #SaveWithStories. Tag Beauty Counter, so at Beauty Counter, and tag me at Amy's Living Well if you do this. Feel free to share this with friends, loved ones, tag people that you think would love this story as well, and most importantly, love the program that really inspired this for me today. So thank you all for watching, and be well, friends.